Fortunate.
Well, speaking of men being men, Irv Gotti, sat down with the legendary drink champs. Let me say that right. The other day, and a topic of discussion came up. Sandman was Dame Dash and Jay-Z. I know that people ain't gonna love us for this one, but hey, it is what it is.
They're gonna hate us. Surprise! Why they mad at us for this, man? We got to do the news.
Yeah, but kind of is what it is. But yeah, man, we have that audio clip ready to go for everybody. Irv Gotti talking about Dame Dash, your boy.
Like, that nigga's really about it.
Right, that's very true.
That's why I said, yo, he should be the president of the culture.
Does it shock you to see that where Jay and Dame is at? Because like you say, you knew Jay since '87.
That's a tough subject.
And
I would like to stay away from it.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, touch on what you can touch on it.
I love both parties.
Right.
I love both parties. But, Jay's a billionaire. Right. So Jay's success is self-explanatory.
Okay.
Because of money?
Look at Biggs. Everybody thought Biggs was...
Bigger Biggs.
He's definitely a fucking Jeffrey. Something just hit my throat. This could be cocaine, guys.
I think Has rolled it, right? Has he rolled it?
We got something like cocaine over there. If you want to do it, it's something like it. It's not cocaine. It's cocaine adjacent. It's not. I was playing. Well, go ahead. You said look at Biggs.
Yeah, look at Biggs. Biggs is successful.
Yes, he is.
He did the thing. What's that actor? Johnny Wright? No, what the hell is his name?
The shit about the Locked Up.
Yeah, on HBO.
HBO is hard.
Shit, he rolling with us.
Listen,
yeah.
OG.
Yeah.
Biggs is doing his thing.
Yeah, Biggs part of Dream Jets.
Yeah, he rolling with us.
He rolling with us.
I love Biggs. I just was with him at St. John's party when I told St. John's kill them all, right?
Mm.
But
the question was Jay and Dame.
I know.
Okay, my bad.
But I love Dame.
Right.
I truly love Dame. I came up with Dame. And I don't take it lightly. But here, I'll give you a story. And I don't know if you should use this or not, but I'll give it to you. It's not that bad.
Okay.
I wanted Dame to do a Tales episode.
Direct?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah. I love doing dope shit for the culture, if you didn't know.
Right. So what happened that didn't happen?
But Dame he's different. I told Dame going in, he had OG Daniel, he was on the phone. Okay. And I was like, Dame, you gotta listen, you gotta work with BET. I'm a boss, but I have a partner.
Right.
Gotta work with BET.
And he's working with BET now on the Tina Davis show, right?
Right, but here's where it went wrong. He was asking me,
do you own your match?
How much? No, he was asking me how much to shoot an episode. I said $1 million and change. Right. So I'm making a movie. I said, Dame, I don't need a movie from you, and everything you do has to be approved by BET. Right. And I don't need a movie. I need 40 minutes. With commercials, my hour episode is 40 minutes. He said, I'll cut a 40-minute spot and then make a movie. Right. But I'm like, Dame, we're not giving you this money for you to do whatever you want. You have to work with us. So I was like, yo, you don't need to do it because it was going to be a clusterfuck.
What does that mean, clusterfuck? I'm sorry.
All right, oh God, I'll stop it right there. The reason why I played it so much is because I wanted to, obviously, Jay, Dame, Biggs, Rockefeller crew, split up, but they're doing their things now. We give criticism to Dame Dash as of late recently because of certain moves and certain things that he has going on. But no one can deny the fact that he's a boss, right?
Yeah,
he's a boss. What does it say to you that Irv Gotti, somebody that's solidified out here, can almost confirm kind of what we say, but being right there next to him? What do you think about what he said?
First I'm gonna say, man, I love Dame Dash. He's a great businessman, a great independent, businessman, and I don't want anybody to think that it's any type of hate or anything that we got going with him, but I just think that some people, man, have a way of doing things, even if it's to their detriment, that continue to do. You know what I mean? And we see that evident in everyday, life now. I don't want to, start really just getting on like seem like it's an attack thing on Dame like that, because it's really not. But it just goes to show you. I was reading one of the comments from that video on Revolt Drink Champs, the podcast, and they would kind of say what this was the person said. He said it seems like every person that Dame comes in contact with in business, they have some type of falling out, gripe, or leave on bad terms. Now we don't know every business deal we did, but the ones that we've seen in public, it seems like it was something. And another great point, I think, which Irv Gotti didn't, because Dame's still his man. He didn't really want to beat up on it too much, but he said he made a comparison to Jay, billionaire. He made a comparison to Biggs doing his thing, probably on his way there. Who knows, within the next 20, 30 years, probably. He got a lot of business ventures as well. When you got Dame, who's doing his thing, but has this way about doing things that may not always be, even though it sounds good, may not always be the best way to go, because sometimes you have to, it ain't all about you controlling everything. Sometimes you get in a partnership and you're working with these people, they're not over you, but you're working with each other. You know what I mean? Just like me and you, we're not over each other, but we're working with each other. And we take into consideration when others gotta, say things. So, it's like we come in here like, you ain't my boss. Nah, you know what I mean? So I think that attitude that Dame has, could be to the detriment sometimes, obviously. And, we seen that when it got too hot for him, he came back apologizing to some of the people that he called a culture vulture.
Oh, God, it seems to me like Dame Dash does not play well with others. Never has. And you could be a boss, but are you a real boss if you don't know how to work well with others? And what do I mean by that? Sometimes you got to do what you have to do for the betterment of the team, for the betterment of your culture, for the betterment of yourself. Now, let's think if he were to do that episode for Irv Gotti and that were to be on BET, what kind of impact that would have made, what kind of great impact that would have made, not only on Dame, Irv, but everyone involved with it. Mm-hmm. It so happened to be on BET. Dame doesn't want to be told what to do. Therefore, Dame doesn't do it. Does Dame look like a boss, or does Dame look like a fool? I don't know. And I don't say that to diss the brother. I don't say that to diss Dame Dash. He's an icon out here. I have nothing but respect for him. But it seems as though he puts on the boss, I don't want to say facade, but he puts on that boss facade. But it's like, damn, dog, if you were a boss, then why don't you understand the betterment of the squad? And this isn't the first time I've heard stories like this. Woo! Irv Gotti loves that dude. You could tell Irv Gotti had love. He talked about Dame Dash Studios. He talked about the other and different ventures. He gave Dame credit in not doing it because he said Dame is a boss. But when I look at bosses and I look at other people that are really successful out here, they know when to sit back and go, okay, if I put an investment here, or if I'm asked to do this, I can be a freelance person to do this and go ahead and take care of my obligation, but still be independent. And still can hold my boss title. Yeah, it seems like Dame holds the mantra of the boss, but doesn't follow the boss moves. I don't know.
It's almost like it's like almost like you're just ruling as a tyrant. Like we seen them old videos of him screaming and hollering in the Def Jam, and some people say, "Oh yeah, that's the way to do it." But smart business people say, "Nah, that ain't always the way to do it. Sometimes you got to be subtle. Sometimes you got to attack in different ways. It ain't always cool to threaten people and say you're gonna punch them and beat them up." Because that brings lawsuits and shit like that, get you tied up in all the legal paperwork you say you don't want to pay lawyers for. You know what I mean? But so it's just like, I don't know, man. The verdict is out. The verdict is still out because I don't give a fuck what a nigga saying. I want to see what you're doing. I want to see the fruits of your labor. You can see the fruits of Jay's labor. We can see the fruits, of all these other guys' labor. And we even seen the fruits of Dame's labor in certain situations. But we also seen a lot of people who had a lot of issues doing business with Dame Dash, people that we know personally, people that we heard stories, whether it be artists, whatever. I ain't got to get into the names. People, if you know hip hop, you know the history of that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Tied up in lawsuits, child support, litigation is Dame's name at this point. And I don't know, because we're independent, but we're not, opposed to working with somebody, to further something or to, like you said, to get the final outcome of something. Like, think ahead sometimes. I was about just screaming and hollering you the boss. What can happen in the future if I just say, all right, you know what, let's work together on this. Yeah,
like, all right, if you get an opportunity thrown your way and you go, nah, fuck that, it's not going down. I'm not even going to talk to Ann about that. I'm the boss. So if I do vice versa,
right?
How do we know that opportunity is going to be what's best for the squad?
And I think that happened with Rockefeller, something similar like that.
I'm sure it has. I want to end with this old guy because Irv gave him a little more tough love, and I stopped it a little early, but he got about another minute left.
Okay.
And it kind of ties in everything we're saying, so I don't want to seem like we're hating on Dane. Look,
bang it.
Tough love, brother.
It's not, it's a clusterfuck. It's like he's going to want to do things. BT's going to be like, what? Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this is my second season with BT. I can't have that.
Right.
So something that I wanted to do for my man, that try and help him or whatever, it got foiled.
Right.
You know, it made me feel bad because, he stopped following me. He was like, you're a piece of shit, Gotti, and you did this and you did that. And I'm like, nigga, I love you, but you ain't understanding, nigga. This ain't no indie flick. And that's what he's used to. He's used to putting his own money up and being the boss. It's not like if my episodes is $1.5 million for each episode or whatever like that. It doesn't work where you get $1.5 million. I just cut you $1.5 million. You do whatever you want. And I said that on the phone with him. I was like, yo, you got to work with BT. You can't. It's not like that. So when he said, yeah, I'm going to shoot a movie for that money. And I'm like, yo, I need a 40-minute, hour episode. I'll give you that, and then I'll have the movie.
Well, let me ask you, what was wrong with that?
What the fuck you mean what was wrong with that? He don't own the shit, nigga.
Yeah.
He don't own the shit, nigga. You know the TV fucking world. You know the TV game.
Right.
So I'm
If
asking.
Revolt gives you the line share, Revolt is like, that's my shit. You gotta answer the Revolt. You got niggas you gotta answer to. You just said at the beginning of the show, you was like, yo, with thing, or Irv Gotti check.
Yeah.
But if you come with a lame guest,
Right.
they like, nah, nigga.
That's very true.
Okay, so you gotta work with these niggas.
Yes. Understood.
This guy has no comprehension on working with these niggas. I'm gonna make a movie. Nigga, let's break it down to the realest shit. You're a work for hire.
Right.
You don't have no power. You're the director. Here's the script. Direct this shit. If you don't direct it right, we're gonna get you the fuck out of here.
Right.
But Dame don't work like that. He don't work with bosses and being told what to do. So I respectfully said, yo, I can't do it.
That's some real G shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't. Would you call that a bad business move, Dane? I don't even think that's.
It's like, I'll say this, man, and I'm not gonna go too much longer on it because I think he definitely put it down. But it's just like, you can say all this independent stuff you want, like you got all of this, but the shit flops. It don't mean shit. BET shit is gonna pop. What they doing over there is popping. Like 50 Cent with Power, that's popping. So you say fuck 50 Cent in Power. I don't want to work with them because he's working with stars and shit. And you go do this shit over here that sells fucking 500 units and shit, gets 500 views on YouTube, and another 10 people go over to your site and purchase the movie. That's a fucking failure. That's not a success just because you put your money behind it. You lost money on that, if that's the case. You know what I mean? So it show me the fruits, man. I want to see fruit, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up 50 in stars because it don't look like 50 bending over for anybody. That motherfucker say whatever he want. He out here doing his thing and still making money.
Yeah.
Shout out, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dame Dash. Shout out to Irv Gotti.
Irv turned it up though at the end. See, so when you tell he was holding back and he started, putting that shit down, like, yo, you can't own every fucking thing, nigga.
Come on,
just
man.
Can't. Like, and that ain't no slave shit we talking or whatever. It's just like sometimes you gotta know, like, all right, let's like YouTube, like this is their platform.
Right.
We don't own this shit.
Nah.
You know what I mean? We understand that, but we can still eat here and have a comfortable existence and branch off into other things here.
Right. We understand what we do own. We take advantage of that.
Right.
We know where we have to work and the realms we got to work within, and we take care of business.
Yeah, that's it.
Come on, man. Boss moves, brother.
Damn. But yeah, man, that's raw.